In this episode of Fictional Hangover, we talk about the math ain't mathin'. Making questionable fashion changes with aesthetic ennui. Having total disregard about treaties or oaths. And long eyes and throbbing circulatory systems. Boing! In our discussion of Life and Death, Twilight Reimagined by Stephenie Meyer. Boing!
Yes!
Hey everybody, welcome to Fictional Hangover, a podcast about young adult and new adult. It's old! Oh, this is the old one. I copied it. And look at me, I was just looking at it.
No!
Hey everybody!
Ew.
I know, because, spoiler alert everyone, I copied and pasted this summary, because it's the same.
It's a factual use of tools and stuff.
Yes. Hey everybody, welcome to Fictional Hangover, a podcast about books that is full of spoilers. Every week we discuss a different book in way too much juicy detail. Now, I'm Amanda.
And I'm Claire. And today we're going to hoa a lot. Because we're discussing Life and Death, Twilight Reimagined by Stephenie Meyer.
Standard disclaimer. If you haven't read this book...
You probably have because you've already read Twilight or watched the movie.
Enough. Yeah, it's close enough. Please remember that Fictional Hangover is all about spoilers. If you haven't read or listened and don't want to be spoiled, stop listening to us and go read or listen to the book and then come back in 28 hours. If you haven't done this but want to pretend that you have, or if you don't care about spoilers, or if you just like the show so much that you don't care about any of that, then listen up. Because you got to listen to both of them.
You've got to.
You got to get that special edition that's both of them, and you flip it upside down.
I don't understand that special edition because I've got the audiobook. I've had the audiobook for it. And I don't understand why Life and Death comes before Twilight.
Yeah, it really should have been the other way around.
I don't get it. It just
but
makes no sense to me.
You know what makes me feel better about that, though, is the physical copy that's back here. You can see it has the barcode on this side, so that means that this is the back. So when you flip it upside down, Twilight is the first one, and then... Yeah. But I have two copies back here, and one of them is bedazzled. You can see my rhinestones holding my apple. It's great. It's great.
I've seen close-ups of it. It is superb.
It really is.
It's likely going to be the episode picture, to be fair.
Yeah. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
So that means everybody has got a chance to see it.
Yeah, everyone gets to see my bedazzled book.
That is not the background information.
It's not.
It is the background book, but it's not the background information.
Yes.
Come on, give it to us.
Okay, so this is found in the beginning of the ebook. I don't know if it's in the physical book or not, because everyone should know by now that we don't buy books to read them. We buy books as trophies.
My trophy pile.
But in the beginning part of the Life and Death segment, Stephenie Meyer says there are many more changes in the writing than were necessitated by Beau's status as a male person. So I thought I would break them down for you.
Sorry, what? That sentence is awful.
That's what it says.
That is a horrible sentence.
That's what it says. These are, of course, rough estimates. I did not count all the words I changed, and I have bolded and underlined this in our notes, do any actual math.
I'm sorry, right, just as comes as no surprise, Stephenie Meyer is known for doing zero research. Why would you do any actual math?
Can't do it.
You can't?
Yeah. So 5% of the changes she made were because Beau is a boy. 5% of the changes were because Beau's personality developed just slightly differently than Bella's. He's more OCD, he's not so flowery, and he's not as angry, because apparently Bella carries a chip around on her shoulder all the time, which I don't know that I realized. 70% of the changes were because she was allowed to do a new editing run 10 years later, and she got to fix almost every word that bothered her since the book was printed. And it was glorious. And I will say, if everyone remembers our count, the count of words is different.
Oh.
10% of the things changed were things that she wished she had done the first time around that hadn't occurred to her. Oh, it's great. 5% were mythology. Mistakes, actually, she says, mostly related
Only
to
5%.
visions. 5%.
Really?
5% were mistakes.
As a person whose job title has the word research in it, it makes me physically sick.
Yeah. But there were things that she wanted to change with how Alice's visions worked. And she says it's been refined. It was more mystical in Twilight, and looking at it now, there are ways she should have been involved and wasn't. Whoops. And then that leaves us with a 5% catch-all for the many miscellaneous changes that she made, each for a different and no doubt selfish reason.
The math ain't mathin'.
Math is not mathing. Do you have any initial thoughts, or is it just
Funny enough, it is actually
That's perfect. We should dig in, because spoiler alert, this book is longer than Twilight, and our Twilight summary took us like 2.5 hours. So I don't remember how long that episode is, but it's long, and I'm not going to look at it right now.
I'm just going to tell people, obviously you want to listen because we're delightful. And
we are delightful.
This is a Twilight summary, which will be enhanced by our delightfulness.
It's
and
hard.
Our hoa-hoa-hoaing.
Yeah. All right. Beaufort.
Oh, God. Just no.
Excuse me. I've gotten one word into the summary.
Please don't.
Beaufort,
Oh,
Beau Swan, wearing his favorite Monty Python t-shirt, moves
doesn't know
from...
who Monty Python is.
I'm sorry. He moves from beautifully bright and sunny Phoenix, Arizona to live in cold, drizzly Forks, Washington with his father, smoking hot Billy Burke. I mean, Police Chief Charlie Swan. Don't worry, everyone. He didn't change. So you still get smoking hot Billy Burke / Charlie every time we say his name.
Phew.
I know.
The only name I will 100% stand behind and go, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so he's moving to Forks. After his mother, Renee, also still the same, gets married to baseball player Phil, also still the same.
And still really bad at baseball.
Really bad at baseball. Blue-eyed Beau hasn't spent much time in Forks for several years, but now he's here to stay. Walking through the airport with smoking hot Billy Burke / Charlie in his smoking hot police chief uniform, clumsy Beau accidentally walks into a punk and apologizes. So we know immediately that he is both clumsy and apologetic.
Potentially British as well.
He's not British.
If he's wearing a Monty Python t-shirt and apologising to everybody, that's an excessively British thing to be doing. Anyway, non-British, smoking hot Billy Burke / Charlie is trying to make things nice for his son and has bought him an old truck from his friend Bonnie Black, who used to go fishing with smoking hot Billy Burke / Charlie and her late husband, because everyone knows ladies can't go fishing without their husbands.
I hate it.
It looks
I
like
hate
you
it so
fish
much.
skills there.
Yeah.
Even though the truck is old, it's still pretty cool, especially since Beau, I need to throw up a little in my mouth, doesn't have to spend the money he'd been saving on a vehicle now. He's worried that its loud engine is going to make him stand out at school, and knows he's not cool though to pull it off.
Beau drives himself to school the next day and finds that even though he's not cool and he's very tall, he's not very different looking than all the others around him. He's not super tanned and blonde like he thinks everyone else from Phoenix should look, but he is instead so pale he's see-through like every other sopping wet Washingtonian. He meets overachieving Erica, who takes him to his first class, then goes through more classes, barely remembering anyone's name or paying attention to anything, until he gets to lunch. That's where he sees them.
They are startlingly beautiful Hales and Cullens, the foster children of Dr. Karen. Oh, it's Corinne, isn't it?
It's Corinne.
Corinne. Oh, God. Dr. Corinne Cullen and her stay-at-home husband, Ernest Cullen. Twins.
Wait, hold on. I hate that Ernest is spelled like the word Ernest. That's not how you spell the name.
I've not said
it.
anything I like so far.
Stop it.
I hate it all, and I'm about to make myself vomit again because
it gets worse.
It gets worse. Buckle in. Twins. Royal and Jessamine Hill. God, I hate this. Royal. It's a royal pain in the neck, these names, I'll tell you. Honey blonde and pale and gorgeous and somehow related to Ernest. Royal has a non-douchey man bun. I don't think that exists. And Jessamine has an intense stare and would be a believable female action hero. Eleanor, almost as tall and definitely more muscular than Beau, but with legs for days. Small shaved head Archie and bronzy chestnut head, long-eyed, dimply Edith. It's Edith with a...
Not yet. Not yet.
They're not siblings,
not
okay?
yet.
They're not yet, okay. They're not siblings, but they've been adopted by Dr. and Mr. Cullen because they are distastefully can't have children of their own. Beau's new friend, Jeremy, tells him not to waste his time with the Cullens and Hales because no one is good enough for them except each other because they're all dating except Edith. It's...
Beau goes on to his next class and finds the only empty seat is next to Edith, whose name is actually spelled E-D-Y-T-H-E, not E-D-I-T-H like he originally thought, and it changes in the book.
I love the heavy sigh.
Edith stiffens up and sits rigidly when he joins her at her table. A discreet pit sniff tells him he smells just fine. Edith sits literally unmoving for the entire class period and then dashes liquidly away before the bell rings. Another new friend, Michaela, accompanies Beau to his next class and comments on how weird Edith is. That's very nice.
I also hate the way Michaela is spelled.
I'm glad it's not just Michael with an A at the end, or Micah with an A at the end, like they did with Erica.
Erica's probably the least offensive. It's gone Eric to Erica is probably the least offensive.
You know what's the most offensive? Royal.
Ah!
Go on, I love this book. Keep going.
After the rest of his classes, Beau goes to the school office to turn in a slip signed by all his teachers. While he's in there, he finds Edith with a Y arguing velvetly, trying to switch her class with him to any other one, but the balding, portly male secretary is unable to help. Before she leaves, someone else enters the office, making Beau's hair whoosh around. Edith angrily leaves the office. Beau thinks she's so angry that she will shoot him with a gun. This is an active choice that Stephenie Meyer has made to put in the book. But then Edith is gone.
Beau goes grocery shopping after school because Smokin' Hot Billy Burke / Charlie doesn't know how to cook, and he makes dinner for them after OCD-ally putting the groceries away. They have some small talk about how his first day went and about the other students. He mentions the Cullens, and Smokin' Hot Billy Burke / Charlie immediately goes on the defensive. He really respects beautiful Dr. Cullen and her husband, and that they're raising so many teenagers. He says that others in town treat them differently because they are different, but he likes them.
The next week at school, Michaela follows Beau around like a dog and talks about an upcoming beach trip, and Edith is nowhere to be found. Beau thinks that she dropped out to avoid him, but then she comes back a week later and is perfectly cordial. In biology, their shared class, they quickly work through identifying cell phases, and then Edith asks Beau a million questions. They talk about his family and why he moved to Forks, and then he realises suddenly that her eyes are a different colour. Ooh. Than they were the last time. Interesting. They're gold instead of black. And she becomes Richard again.
Do you know what, though? They changed colors, but they're still long. I don't know how... I didn't count it, and I should have. How many times her eyes were described as long? What is a long eye?
Thank you. What is a long eye? That was my next question.
Like, do they droop out like this?
Like on long stalks?
Uh-huh.
I hope it's like some kind of like
or
Harryhausen kind of start of...
Yeah. Long eyes.
What is a long eye?
I don't know. The next day is icy, and Beau clumsily slips and slides to his truck, which has chains on the tires, thanks to Smokin' Hot Billy Burke / Charlie, and so he drives safely to school. When he arrives, standing by his truck, he stares at Edith, who is a few cars away in the parking lot. Then, all of a sudden, a van slides across the ice and right toward Beau. Before he knows what's happening, Edith is there, pushing him out of the way and stopping the van from hitting him with surprising force and strength, then lifts the van away from his legs. She pleads with him with her long, golden eyes and her words that she was standing next to him the entire time and that she did not physically move any vehicles to keep him safe. He doesn't believe her, though.
And neither do we. Soon enough, an ambulance arrives and takes Beau to the hospital. Immensely beautiful. Ooh. Dr. Cullen checks him out and decides that he's well enough to go home and that he was lucky that Edith was standing with him. So she's on Edith's strong secret. So she's in on Edith's strong secret too. Beau sees Edith and asks her for the truth about what happened, but she, with beautiful anger, tells him that he was just hit on his head and is confused, though he knows he's not. She refuses to tell him the truth and tells him just going to have to be disappointed instead. Womp womp.
There's not much gaslighting in this one, though. There was lots of gaslighting. It's a little bit different. A month or so passes, and Edith frostily ignores Beau, except to tell him that they shouldn't be friends. I missed a swap there. A school dance is approaching, wherein the girls have to ask the boys to attend because otherwise the narrative doesn't fit, and all the girls want Beau to go with them, but he decides he's going to Seattle the day of the dance instead. Edith overhears this excuse and asks him if he wants to go with her to Seattle that day because she doesn't think his truck can make it there safely or on one tank of gas. And if everyone will recall all of the times I shouted angrily the first time we talked about Twilight, this is nearly a 4-hour one-way drive, potentially with a ferry ride, and it still stands. She did not correct the math.
Why was the geography not corrected?
Beau is confused because Edith, with her long golden eyes, has ignored him for weeks, but now she wants to drive in a car with him for 8 hours? He says she's confusing and that he thought she didn't want to be friends. She clarifies that they shouldn't be friends, not that she doesn't want to be.
Edith invites Beau to sit with her at lunch after that and says that she's going to hell anyway, so she might as well do it thoroughly. Whatever that means. She's confusing. Edith continues being cryptic about them not needing to be friends, but that she wants to be, but she doesn't, and Beau doesn't get it, which is not at all shocking. Confused, he says he's trying to figure out what she is, so talk turns to radioactive spiders, obviously. Mm-hmm. This scene is still almost exactly like the movie, but if more people were wearing bad wigs, even with the "what if I'm not a superhero, what if I'm the villain," carefully not to say bad guy because it's too gender specific, except that Edith doesn't drop kick an apple and hold it awkwardly. You don't want to eat that drop kicked apple. It's bruised and it's dirty from, shoe.
But you know what? We left it in.
Yeah.
We left that scene in.
Sadly, in the movie, we do quite like it. God. We're in this deep.
I could have taken it out of the summary, but I didn't want to.
No, you don't. Leave it in. It is important. Apples are important.
Apple kicking is important.
Yes.
Beau realizes that they're the only ones left in the cafeteria and that they're going to be late for their biology class, but Edith is skipping today. Beau goes to class and gets queasy when he realizes that they're learning their blood types, which involves pricking fingers and blood all over the place. Beau nearly faints, so Michaela takes him to the nurse's office. As they're on their way, Edith swoops in and escorts Beau the rest of the way, does not carry him, though I'm pretty sure that that's what Edward did. As they're on their way, Edith, I already read that part, she convinces the nurse that he needs to go home for the rest of the day and seems to hypnotically convince him of the same, so she takes him. Beau follows Edith to her car, watching her roll her hips, which is as hypnotic as her long eyes.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Oh.
I just imagine her walking away like in Queen of the Damned.
No.
With her long eyes.
What are the long
eyes? I don't know.
On their way to Beau's, they talk about family stuff like his mom and Phil and how she and her siblings were adopted. Beau invites Edith on the beach trip, which is that weekend, and she says he's going camping with Eleanor and that his friends would have messed that one up. Beau invites Edith on the beach trip, which is that weekend, and she says she's going camping with Eleanor and that his friends wouldn't have invited her anyway. When the trip comes, Beau meets up with Michaela and all the rest of their friends at the sporting goods store Michaela's family owns, and they head to First Beach at La Push.
La Push, baby. It's La Push.
While they're there, some teens from the Quillette Reservation, which is where La Push is located. One of Beau's friends, Logan, snarkily says how sad it is that no one invited Edith, and that one of the Quillette girls says, "The Cullens don't come here." Puzzling, isn't it? Another of the girls seem to recognise Beau, so she comes over to chat with him and introduces herself as Julie Black. Jules, daughter of Bonnie Black, female, husbandless fisher, and former owner of Beau's old truck. Not possessor of long eyes.
Beau and Jules go for a walk around the beach, and Beau asks what the other girl meant when she said, "The Cullens don't come here." Jules tells an ancient cute tale about her tribe descending from wolves, and how the cold ones are their natural enemies on account of how they always slaughter everyone. It just so happens that the Cullens are cold ones, aka vampires. Jules says that the Cullens, if you are to believe the tales, are different from other cold ones, and so they have a semi-peaceful relationship with the Quileute tribe, and that the Cullens don't come here. She says that her great-great-grandmother who made the treaty made it with these same Cullens, supposedly, though now there are more of them, and that she's definitely broken the treaty, but Beau will take this secret to the grave. I like how everyone, spoiler alert, everyone just breaking the treaty all over the place.
Left, right and centre.
All
no
over
respect for treaties.
No.
After Beau learns this story and the beach trip ends, he goes back home, turns on his early 2000s computer and dials up his internet to read about vampires. This is triggering to me.
Sorry.
I can hear the dial-up in the back of my head. Do not
Sorry.
like. His search isn't very fruitful because, vampires are creepy, can't come out in the daylight, and they sleep in coffins and stuff. Plus, if you're using a 2000s computer, it's probably like using, Ask Jeeves.
Uh-huh.
Yahoo search.
Yeah.
It's
probably more accurate than what you'd get these days, though.
Oh, heck yeah. You're not going to AI giving you garbage. He does find a few details from some unique types of vampires he's never heard of, that kind, that resemble the Cullens, though, like, shifting eye colour, cold skin, super strength and speed. Nothing about long eyes, though. But, really? Are they really vampires? Are they? Beau decides that he just doesn't care one way or the other. Good attitude, Beau. But at least he has another theory other than being bitten by a spider that he can maybe talk to Edith about at school next day. So I just find this entire thing hilarious. Except she's not there that day. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, the next!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Beau's pretty bummed about Edith skipping school, but the weather is very nice and sunny, so at least there's that. Jeremy and Alan invite Beau to go with them to Port Angeles to pick out corsages for the dance that Beau is expertly avoiding, and go to the video game store and the movies, like guys do. While his friends are ordering flowers, Beau nervously asks Alan if the Cullens often miss school a lot, and he says yes, especially when it's nice outside. So at least Edith's not, avoiding him again. That worry resolved, and his friend's corsages bought, Beau decides to skip out on the video game store before the movie and goes to a bookstore by himself. But he doesn't like the look of the dream catchers, crystals, or the hippie running the shop, so he wanders off.
Wow.
Oh, we're getting ready to hit a big change, though, everyone.
Ooh.
Big change coming. Big change. There's only 2 of them.
You said that so bitterly.
Sorry.
After not finding another bookstore, Beau decides to walk back to meet up with his friends. But, and this is vastly different, he comes across a drug deal instead.
Oh!
The drug dealers, both men and women, are very violent, and a couple of them are the ones that Beau clumsily ran into at the airport. What a weird coincidence.
Oh.
They decide that Beau is a rookie cop since he was with Smoking Hot Betty Burke / Charlie earlier, and that they have to kill him because he's witnessed their drug deal. Stephenie Meyer made this an active choice. She has put this into a book and got it published. Luckily, as he's planning to zigzag run away from the bullets and moving on to trip. Again, she says this with her whole chest. Edith power slides up in her car, forces Beau inside and speeds away. God.
It's in the text.
He's a baby. How is he a rookie cop and he's a baby?
He's got a zigzag run away. But also he's like, no, I'm a kid. I'm not a cop. I am a literal child. And they're like, nuh-uh. And they pick up a rusty old bar or a baseball bat or something. Like, I'm
honestly surprised he didn't show him his driver's license, to be fair. Look at the date of birth.
See?
There's not a 19 in it.
I'm a baby.
I'm a literal baby. I can't vote or drink yet.
Edith drives them to an Italian restaurant, and I skipped one. I skipped I know, I'm sorry.
Shocking.
Edith drives them to the theater where Beau was supposed to meet Jeremy and Alan, and they're outside heading away for some reason. Beau apologizes for getting lost and running into Edith. Jeremy seems jealously mad at Beau, but kind Alan invites her to join them at the movie, even though it's already started and they're outside.
Guys, man.
Edith asks Beau if he wants to see the movie, and he does not. So she says she's going to ask Beau to take her to dinner instead, and then she will take him home.
I can only imagine that it's a guys doing guys things, because, you know, that's what video games and going to an entirely different city to buy corsages is. It's guy things, isn't it?
I don't understand.
Remember, Stephenie Meyer said this with her whole chest. Edith drives them to an Italian restaurant and slips the overly flirty host some money to seat them privately. I will say, it felt even more awkward. This, like, the flirtiness of the hostess was just gross.
Well, it's not a hostess, though. It's a host.
Sorry, host. I'm getting my genders confused. My book's confused. But it was really, really gross.
Yeah.
Because Edith, she's just 17.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's remember
it's weird.
Let's remember
it's weird.
People. Okay, anyways. Other than that, Edith doesn't pay any attention to the host or the waiter, as they constantly, literally in some cases, feels like flings himself at her. But instead, hypnotically sends them away, and they crash into stuff in the background, which is legitimately hilarious. He accuses her of using her long eyes and her dimples to hypnotise people, and she says she just hasn't smiled so much lately and didn't realise that she had that effect on people. Then she forces him to eat and drink. Like, she puts his head in the past.
She does.
Maybe hypnotically, maybe not. Who knows? And also to wrap himself up in Archie's scarf that she was wearing because he is cold, but probably actually in shock on account of the whole near murder by gang thugs not too long ago. Wow.
Beau asks how Edith knew where he was and what he was doing in Port Angeles, which is when she reveals to him that she can read minds, but not his for some reason. How did she know where he was, though? By listening to literally everyone's mind all the time to track him, and also by following his scent. That's totally fine and not at all creepy.
Lovely.
Talk then changes to her almost killing him that first day in biology, which would have been bad. Beau insists that Edith has saved his life several times now, and then she says that she made him go to dinner with her so she wouldn't go track down and kill the drug dealers. Then Edith takes Beau home.
On the hour drive back to Forks, which takes less than half that time because she's literally driving 100 miles an hour, Edith talks about how she can't read Beau's mind, and Beau thinks it's because he's a freak. But, Edith is super strong, ice cold, non-eating, sun-avoiding, mind reader. The math ain't mathin'. Speaking of all that, Edith finally tells Beau to tell her his new theory about what she is, a vampire, and how he came up with it. Jules and dial-up internet. He's right, of course, but Edith being a vampire, which makes her mad. Not because he found out, but because he's not, afraid of her at all. You've got to be really, like, upsetting. You think, I'm a predator. I'm an apex predator. I am top of the food chain.
Yeah, and this wiener bag isn't afraid of me at all.
Scary, and you are a wiener bag.
Yep. Now that he knows the truth, Beau asks more questions that are all about vampire mythology, but conveniently not about what Edith eats, but she tells him anyway. Edith and her family are vegetarian vampires, which means they don't drink people blood. But, like, she really wants to drink his, but she definitely won't. They don't sleep in coffins or burn up in the sun, but something else happens that they avoid showing people. None of this matters to Beau, though, which makes Edith kind of mad again, and she tells him it's a bad idea for them to be friends because she's dangerous. They soon pull up to Beau's house, and even though she literally was just saying again that all of this is a bad idea, she says she'll save him a seat at lunch at school the next day.
Beau stumbles inside, only just now feeling the shock of being accosted by the drug dealers. He tells Smoking Hot, Billy Burke / Charlie, who comments on the weird way he's wearing Archie's scarf, because he just literally wrapped it around, because he has no idea how to wear
several
scarf.
Times. He wrapped it around several times.
It's just, how do you not know how to wear a scarf? I don't care if you live in Arizona, it just doesn't make sense. So he's tired, so he shambles up to take a shaky shower and goes to bed. And as he's drifting off to sleep, he thinks about a few things that he knows for sure. For one, Edith was an actual vampire. For another, there was a part of her that saw me as food. But in the end, none of that mattered. All that mattered was that he loved her more than he'd ever imagined. It was possible to love anything. She was everything he wanted. The only thing he would ever want.
There's no irrevocably in love with her, though.
That's so disappointing.
Edith picks Beau up for school the next day and drives 1,000 miles per hour, so they are at school, which is approximately 2 miles away, in 7 seconds. Since Edith picked Beau up, the rest of her siblings rode to school in Royal's ostentatious red BMW, so everyone's paying more attention to that than they are to Edith and Beau arriving together. Jeremy sees, though, and they can both tell he is dying to find out exactly what happened the night before. And because Jeremy is a dude bro, he expects that unchaste things happened.
Unchaste.
Edith tells Beau that Jeremy wants to know if they're dating and what Beau really thinks of her, and she's curious about that too, so she's definitely gonna be mind eavesdropping on their conversation.
Unchaste.
Look, Jeremy is shittier than Jessica.
Oh god, yeah. 100%.
So much worse.
So much. I think Jessica's done dirty, personally, but, you know, Jeremy's a dude douche.
Yeah.
Anywho, when Beau gets to chat with Jeremy, he doesn't mention the drug dealers and attempted murder. Instead, he tells Jeremy in the most boring and dull way possible that he and Edith had dinner, which, he already knows. Rather than Jeremy asking if Beau likes Edith, and if they're going out again, and if they're going to kiss like Jessica and Bella's conversation, Jeremy is worse, and dude boyish about it. Beau tells him about Edith offering to take him to Seattle, and that he probably likes her way more than he likes him. That much really does stay the same.
It does.
Do you get the impression that Jeremy would be one of those sexual abusers that Edward would have eaten?
Maybe.
When he was, you know, going through his teenage eating human phase.
Maybe. Yeah.
That's what he's going to grow up to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably listens to podcasts about alpha males.
Ugh, gross.
Yep.
At lunch, when Beau is back with Edith, who eats one bite of pizza instead of buying lots of food and putting it directly into the trash, they talk about his conversation with Jeremy. Edith doesn't agree with Beau's like thoughts. Then he talks about how she always sounds like she's trying to say goodbye, and she thinks this is perceptive, but it's the reason why he's wrong. If she can stay, then she likes him more. Talk changes to spending the weekend together, but not in Seattle, and Beau agrees to do whatever Edith, with her liquid topaz long eyes and dimples and sweet-smelling breath, wants to do, as long as he can drive. Talk changes again to her going hunting and Beau wanting to watch, and she says no.
I think that's fair. Safety first.
Yeah.
They watch a movie in biology, which, what would that be? Like a David Attenborough documentary or something?
I don't know. It doesn't make any sense.
Oh. Answers on a postcard. Beau doesn't know because he's hyperfixated on Edith. For some reason, being in the dark classroom makes them both feel supercharged with super sexy hormones. But then class ends. Edith gingerly strokes Beau's face and he goes off to gym class. He hits himself in the head with a badminton racket, and Michaela tells him that she doesn't like that he's with Edith because she just snaps her fingers and he heals. So I guess she thinks he's a dog?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
But that is not any of Michaela's business, so shut up, Michaela. The badminton was pretty embarrassing, but Beau also stages a dramatic scene where he tells Taylor, who has been telling everyone that they're going to prom together, that she can't use him as a pawn in her game to make Logan jealous anymore. And that's pretty wild. The next day is pretty much the same, minus the badminton racket to the face and the soap opera performance, except Edith asks Beau a billion questions about his likes and dislikes.
I really liked the scene, that scene where he dramatically tells Taylor off.
It's like, actually, you finally got some kahunas.
Yeah, he's actually doing something.
Yes.
When they get back to Beau's house after school, Edith is upset to find out that Bonnie Black and Jules are coming for a visit. Bonnie looks murderous and Jules is oblivious until Beau mentions who it was that dropped him off. It's obvious that Bonnie Black has some feelings about the Cullens, which Jules attributes to the old legends and not the fact that Edith is actually a real vampire. But Bonnie knows. Beau hopes that Bonnie won't say anything to his dad. And luckily she doesn't.
That was an awkward conversation as well.
It was.
The next day, Edith picks Beau up again and asks a billion more questions, but lets Beau know she won't be taking him home from school that day. She and Archie are going hunting, so she won't want to eat him when they're together the next day. Oh, that's sweet. So they're going to break into his house and steal his keys and truck to bring it to him. But of course they don't say any of that. School goes well enough, though Michaela is kind of a bitch about Edith, but then it's over. Beau tells Smoke and Hot Billy Burke / Charlie that he's not going to go to Seattle the next day by himself, but he doesn't tell him what he's doing or who he's doing it with. He offers to not go fishing with his pals, but Bonnie, of course, because she's not allowed to fish without her husband present. But that's just silly.
Yeah, not Bonnie. Bonnie's not invited anymore.
No.
Here's another devastating change, listeners. Edith arrives early the next day, and they are accidentally dressed as twinsies in tan sweaters with white t-shirts underneath, both specifically described as scoop and crew necks, not sleeveless, unbuttoned, button-down shirts.
Devastated. Devastated. Unacceptable.
They hop in Beau's truck and drive, but he doesn't know where they're headed. Edith directs him to the end of a road where they get out and hike for 5 miles. Beau isn't a fan, but they eventually make it to a clearing in the mountains where Edith, having previously stripped out of her sweater, revealing her white tank top, not her specifically mentioned scoop neck t-shirt, steps into the sunlight. Beau thinks she's erupted in flames, but no, the sun is reflecting off her skin and is so bright that he literally cannot look at her. So instead he falls to his knees in worship of her beauty, which is why vampires avoid the sun. Edith makes Beau stay away from her for a long time while she stands blaringly in the sunlight. Finally, Edith lounges sparklingly while Beau looks on. He gently strokes her arms and breathes in her breath, which makes her go bonkers.
Weird. Before Beau can blink, Edith is across the clearing. Then she starts ripping up trees and throwing them and running around really fast to prove that she's powerful. Then she rushes right back inches away from Beau's face. They talk about how terrifying she is and how Beau is afraid of losing her. She tries to explain how delicious his blood would be by comparing it to alcohol and heroin, which all 17-year-olds are intimately familiar with, especially Beau because apparently he's an undercover cop.
He's a rookie cop.
She talked to Eleanor and Jessamine to see if they had any similar experiences, and they did, but they ended with, violent bloody death. So that's not great. Nope. Edith vows to never hurt Beau. Don't make promises with your mouth that your ass can't cash to Edith. Don't do that.
Mm-hmm. Butchered
declares,
that one.
Yeah.
You butchered that
I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed, okay? I'm overwhelmed. She's even sparklier than Edward. She declares that he's her life now. Weird. And then they say their famous lines about lion falling in love with a lamb. What a stupid lamb. What a sick, masochistic lion. But not lioness. So that got lost. Copy it.
After this heartfelt exchange, they gently stroke each other some more.
Sweet.
There are many mentions of heartbeats throbbing and more stroking and having human desires, and you can't tell me that Beau doesn't have a raging boner literally all the time because he is a teenage boy.
Oh, I mean, you don't even have to say the word teenage. It's 100%. 100%. Especially if he's breathing her breath.
Mm-hmm.
And looking into her long eyes.
Mm-hmm. Then, in what will be a very awkward situation, if he does indeed have a raging boner, even though it will be very awkward anyway, Edith puts Beau on her back and runs full-on vampire speed through the trees back to Beau's old truck. It is indeed very awkward for Beau, because he's very tall, and Edith is very short, but probably because of the boner, because it has to be happening. It has
to be, and...
Straddling her.
Yeah.
Boner.
Stop it.
Also, it's weird for a girl to give a boy a piggyback ride, just in general. If we just throw that in there.
I mean, yeah, sometimes.
When they arrive back at the truck, 5-mile hike completed in literal seconds, Edith kisses Beau very sweetly, and then he tries to eat her face, which is less sweet. With every interaction, it seems Edith gets stronger and is able to touch Beau more. Boing. He's not nearly as in control, but he tries. Edith then drives them back home.
Oh God, that broke me. Oh, I've nearly pulled a muscle on my side. On the way back to his house, Edith tells Beau her story about how she was born in 1901 and her family died in the Spanish flu in 1918. She was dying as well, but Corinne found her and turned her. Then she turned Ernest next after he fell off a cliff. He actually jumped from the cliff after his drunken wife killed herself and their baby daughter, but, you know, you don't find out at this exact moment, so spoilers. Then, freaking Royal as a companion for Edith, but that didn't work out. Then he found Eleanor, then Archie, and Jessamine. And they found each other. And then they found the rest. Yay, happy family.
Yay.
Edith also explains that Archie can see the future, and that's how he found their family. He and Jessamine had already decided not to eat people. And then he had a vision of the Cullens also not eating people. So they got together, and now they're a great big happy family, which is pretty rare for vampires. I freaking love the Twilight books so goddamn.
When they get back to Beau's, they go inside, and Edith reveals that she's been coming to his house to watch him sleep pretty much every night, and he's just fine with that, but he's embarrassed.
From the window.
He's embarrassed because he talks in his sleep, and seriously, he can't not have raging boners.
Boing.
Boing. Soon, Smoking Hot Billy Burke / Charlie comes home, and Edith disappears just in time. Beau rushes off to bed, making his dad think he's up to something, which he definitely is, because Edith is definitely in his room.
He's a teenage boy. Beau asks why Edith and her family don't eat people, and about her mind reading and Archie seeing the future, and she explains that Corinne has a theory of humans taking their strongest traits with them when they become vampires. Most of the family is simple. Corinne has compassion, Ernest has love, Eleanor has strength, and Royal has tenacity, but Jessamine, like Edith and Archie, has something a bit more special. She can control the mood of those around her because she was so charismatic in her human life. They talk for a long time and gently stroke each other. That was freaking stroking each other. And sometimes kind of kiss, which leads Beau to hinting about sex, since Boing. Edith can hear his throbbing circulatory system.
Please continue.
Don't think I can. His throbbing circulatory system, aka she can hear his orders. Boing. Boing. But sex is not going to be a thing, because Edith would literally shatter his boner and then probably eat him. I've lost my place. While Edward said he's a man, and that was that. That's the reason why. In the other books, Edith goes on and on describing all the reasons why she likes Beau, describing his eyes, which are not long, and his arms, and his hair, and then she hums him a lullaby, and he finally goes to sleep because he's a literal child.
He's a literal child with a raging boner. The next day, Edith takes Beau to meet her family. He's terrified, of course, but not because he thinks they're going to eat him, but instead because he thinks they won't like him. They drive out to her house, and it's open and light and beautiful and not filled with coffins at all.
Nice.
Corinne, Ernest, Archie, and Jessamine are perfectly lovely, but Royal and Eleanor are nowhere to be found, which means we do not have Royal smashing a salad bowl and Eleanor holding a knife in the background.
Wow.
Apparently this is because Royal is upset with Beau for being a human who likes a vampire. Archie, Edith, and Corinne have a silent conversation about some wandering vampires that they might encounter in the future, and then Edith plays some piano, then shows Beau around the house.
We stop outside Corinne's study, where she has a giant cross that her father carved in the 1600s. When Corinne was a young human, her father was a vampire hunting priest, and she was turned as punishment. She could have turned to a vampire hunter.
Nope, can't do it this time because she's a woman.
Shocking.
There was lots of painful stuff in this section of the book, by the way.
Yay, misogyny. They go into her office where Edith tells Corinne's life story. How she was changed. How she didn't want to eat people. How she tried to kill herself but couldn't. How she became a vegetarian. How she studied medicine and became the stunningly beautiful doctor she is today. They also briefly mention her time with a group of vampires in Italy. Obviously the Volturi. And they are all gender swapped too. Or they are replaced with their spouses, and there's also one mention of an entirely different vampire called Melee who can steal powers, which would be really, really cool, but since the Volturi couldn't get with a vegetarian lifestyle, Corinne left for America.
As they continue the house tour and head to Edith's room, they get back around to Corinne turning her. She mentions that she ran off on her own for a little while and ate evildoers, and then she came back to Corinne and her family and has been with them ever since. They talk about music in Edith's room, and then, while we do not get the hang-on tight spider monkey, which we should have,
yes,
especially now,
yes,
Edith does pretend to attack and eat Beau, but then Archie and Jessamine come in and ask Edith to play baseball.
Edith takes Beau home and is angry to find Bonnie Black and Jules there again. Bonnie is very upset at Beau being with Edith, but can't exactly say that out loud, and Beau tells Bonnie, in not so many words, that he knows that the Cullens are vampires and to leave him alone about it. They drop off some fish and leave. Smoking Hot Billy Burke / Charlie is excited about eating the fish for dinner, but he's not as excited when Beau tells him that his girlfriend Edith Cullen is coming to pick him up and officially meet him. He is still excited though. The meeting is fine, and Smoking Hot Billy Burke / Charlie is briefly mesmerised by Edith's dimples and long eyes, and makes fun of Beau for a little about not liking sports. And then they leave in a monster truck jeep to drive up the mountains to play vampire baseball. And suddenly supermassive black holes.
I was about to say, vampire baseball is pretty much exactly like regular baseball, except it's very spread out and very fast, and supermassive black hole by Muse is always playing the background.
Always.
Even now, with the gender swapping. The game goes well until Archie sees that the wandering vampire's approach is imminent. They scramble to kind of conceal Beau's humanness, but it doesn't really work because he doesn't have long hair that he can pull out of his ponytail and hide himself with.
Put him in the freaking car!
No. Also, they're like, oh, I can't run away, I'm not fast enough. Like, bullshit.
You just ran 5 Ks in 30 seconds earlier.
You could have done it.
Lazy.
Anyway. The 3 vampires, Lauren, Joss,
what?
And Victor. Oh, here we are. Victor,
nope.
Victoria.
Nope.
Laurent. Lauren.
I'm just insulted on behalf of everybody about this.
Joss.
Stop it.
They want to insert themselves into the baseball game, and then they immediately want to eat Beau after the wind blows his delicious human scent around the field. When Edith growls and steps in to protect him, Joss gets angry. They manage to split up while Corinne tries to smooth things over, but Edith reads in Joss's mind that she's a tracker and she wants to kill Beau just for funsies. Joss.
Stop it. Edith, Beau, Eleanor and Archie leave and try to come up with a plan to get Beau as far away as possible, so Joss can't get to him. He insists that he has to go home because that's exactly where Joss is going to track him, and when she gets there, she's going to find Smoking Hot Billy Burke / Charlie and eat him. He comes up with a plan that kind of makes sense to lure her away from his house, so that's what they do. Beau pretends that he doesn't want to live in Forks anymore, so he yells at his dad and says he's going back to Phoenix. He packs up a bag and storms out to his truck where Edith is secretly waiting, and they drive off.
You know, I was listening to Twilight after reading this one, and this section, when Bella's like, I said the same things that my mother said when she left. 1, they left when she was a baby.
Yeah, that always bugs me.
And 2, what she says really isn't all that bad.
No. Like, I mean, at least with this one.
I really, really hate forks is what it was. Really, twice.
I mean, at least with this one, Beau turns around. He's like, Edith wants to stay in Forks forever and, you know, get married and have lots of babies, and that's not what I want.
Yeah.
So he wants to nope out of there. I can actually get behind that.
Yeah. But
he's
not...
like, whoa, it's too much.
Not this.
I'm only 17. I'm a baby junior. I'm a baby undercover cop. I'm not ready for this kind of commitment.
No.
But it is also an overreaction to leave the actual city. Yeah. Anywho.
They go immediately to the Cullens' house where Ernest switches clothes with Beau, and he and Royal take his truck to trick Joss into following them anywhere but to Phoenix. Beau leaves with Archie and Jessamine to actually go to Phoenix because they think that Joss will think that that was just a ruse. Edith, Corinne, and Eleanor will follow behind Joss and try to kill her, while Ernest and Royal will return to Forks to keep an eye on Smokin' Hot Billy Burke / Charlie. It all goes really well until it doesn't. Beau, Archie, and Jessamine drive to Phoenix and plan to stay near the airport because Edith will eventually be flying there to meet back up with them. Beau calls his mom's house to leave a message to call him as soon as possible because he knows that Smokin' Hot Billy Burke / Charlie is going to call Renee and he needs to keep her from coming back home to Phoenix.
While they're in the hotel room, Archie tells Beau that they are best friends and that he's seen a lot of their life play out together because he sees the present and the infinite future at the same time.
That's so cool. That's an addition. And it's good.
It's very Doctor Strange. I do like that bit.
Yes.
He already tells a little bit of his backstory, but not much because he can't really remember anything. But he does describe seeing Jessamine and waiting 28 years for her to enter his life. They also chat about the others in the family a little, and they discuss what happens during the change when one becomes a vampire.
Suddenly, Archie has a vision of Joss going to a ballet studio that Beau recognizes from his childhood. Because his mom worked there, but he didn't take ballet lessons because he's a boy.
Right, okay, I'm just going to interject right now, again. That really annoyed me, that it was like, oh, that's where my mum used to work. I'm sorry, but boys can do ballet too. Have you seen male ballet dancers?
Boing.
Wow. Stephenie Meyer's misogynistic.
Yeah.
She's
really
not
is.
a girl's girl.
I'm pretty sure we already knew that.
We did, but it's really evident
now it's
in this
worse.
one. It's worse. She's not a girl's girl.
No.
Please carry on.
Okay. So, ballet studio, yes, you guessed it, is in Phoenix. Uh-oh. Beau soon gets a phone call from his frantic mother, but then Joss is on the line. While she was running around all over the place being chased by Edith, Eleanor, and Corinne, Victor went to Forks High School to check Beau's record and learned where he lived in Phoenix with his mom and told Joss. And now she's there with Renee holding her hostage. Joss directs Beau to give Archie and Jessamine the slip. He's supposed to go home and call a number on the fridge, and eventually it leads to him meeting her at, you guessed it, the ballet studio.
I'm literally flinching every time you say that name. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Okay, I won't. I'm not.
You're gonna. I know you're gonna.
I get to say it again, I'm pretty sure, so.
Yeah, I can see. Edith calls around this time too to tell Archie that Joss got away and that she's coming to Phoenix to get Beau and run. So they go to the airport to wait for her to arrive. This is the perfect opportunity for Beau to escape. He asks Jessamine to take him to the bathroom in the airport and sneaks out another entrance, hops on a hotel shuttle bus, catches a cab and heads to the house, and then to the ballet studio. When he gets there, he hears his mother shouting for him, but it turns out that Joss cut out the VCR and the whole movies and has just been playing recordings of Renee's voice. She's not there at all, and in fact is probably in Jacksonville with Phil watching a baseball game.
Joss must really love home movies, because then she gets out a camcorder and starts filming her torture of Beau. She wants him to beg for Edith to come save him and to avenge his imminent death, which she will find to be a good time, but he doesn't play along. Joss explains that the Cullens have thwarted her once before. She once chased Archie all over the place, but then he was locked up in a mental institution in the 1920s for his visions. A vampire found him and cared for him much like Edith does for Beau, but when she realized Joss was after him, she changed him into a vampire. Joss was no longer interested in Archie after that, so she killed his maker and left him alone. If only Edith had done the same with Beau, he wouldn't be in this predicament, nor would he be in nearly as much pain when Joss promptly kicks him across the room and into a mirror and then stomps on his leg to break it.
Right, listeners. This is the book club recording, so it's going to be on YouTube, okay? So if you're listening to the audio, what I want you to do is to go onto YouTube, type in Fictional Hangover. I want you to follow the channel as well. And I want you to find the recording of this particular episode. And I want you to see how much emphasis Amanda is placing on the name Joss. Now, I don't mind the name Joss, but it's the way she's really... her lips are really... And just, it's the everything, okay? You need to go and look at the face. And then if you can like and make sure you subscribe to the channel, now, that's wonderful.
Actually, wait. Let's back up a little bit.
Oh, she's backing up.
I am. And I'm not apologizing for the way that I say Joss.
Stop it.
What it is that I want to direct people actually to our Patreon, where they can also watch this video for free, because these are the ones that we share with everyone. And honestly, I might forget to put it on YouTube, because I'm pretty sure I've been forgetting to do that lately. So go instead to our Patreon, where you can watch me say Joss.
Stop
it. I can't, because I hate it so much.
Sickness.
I can't.
I don't even mind the name. It's the way you're doing it.
I know it's so bad, and I'm not sorry.
I know you're not. Right. Anywho, as Beau is writhing in pain, and Claire is complaining about the way that Amanda's saying the word Joss, and Beau is about to give in to death, he sees an angel before him. But wait, that's not an angel. That's Edith with a Y.
And the wrong eyes.
And Archie. Jessamine and Eleanor there too, but apparently they're not angels because they're busy killing Joss. Beau is still in huge amounts of pain, but Corinne tells his broken leg.
She tells him.
You've got a broken leg, love. She says his broken leg.
She was commanding his leg to heal. She tells his broken leg.
I am a beautiful doctor, and I command you to heal.
So beautiful, you better do it.
She sets his broken leg. She doesn't have that kind of power, and gives him some morphine. He screams through the blinding pain that his hand is burning. It seems that Joss has bitten Beau. Edith tries to suck the venom out, and here is where it gets really interesting. Unfortunately, Archie sees that Beau is too far gone, and if Edith were to continue, she would kill him. They'll let Beau choose whether he will die or complete the change. And of course, he chooses to be with Edith and her long eyes. So she bites him to speed up the agonizing process of turning into a vampire. Ha 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 ha.
Boing. The change is horrible and full of burning, and it takes 3 days. Along the drive back to Forks and all throughout the change, Edith explains being a vampire to Beau. She self-castigates a lot. But Archie keeps her on track. She tells him the rules and explains about the Volturi, giving them more story than we learned earlier, but it's essentially that, plus the murder of Aro, who killed his sister, who was Marcus's wife, and the vampire Melee, who took Aro's powers and gave them to his wife Sulpicia, who now rules the Volturi with Marcus and another vampire called Athenadora. Edith explains that Beau will never see his family again, and that she wants him to choose his lifestyle. But Archie interjects that he knows he'll choose to be a vegetarian too. Just get on with it.
Do you feel like this is a lot of I can't even speak now. Exposition, yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Whilst writhing in pain.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of information to give someone who's not fully understanding the situation that's going on.
Yeah, and there's one point where Archie's like, well, he'll probably remember this, so say it to him now. It's a lot. Like,
it was very much injected for no reason.
Well, how else are you going to spend your one day in the car, even though it's 3 days trip? I guess they drive slowly back because they leave him in the car the entire time he's turning, which is weird.
Yeah.
It's a long time to be in a car and to be on fire.
Oh, you'd be really achy as well.
Yeah.
And he's really tall, so he's probably like all squished up as well.
Yeah. And he's on fire.
You just stroke the head. It's all right. It's all right. You just
stroking. Just lots of stroking.
Lots of stroking. They're used to that. That's all they ever do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, that would be so awkward. He's turned into a vampire and he gets a boner.
Raging. Burning boner.
Burning hot boner.
Probably your boner should not be burning.
No. You need to go to a pharmacy about that. Anywho, while Beau's still burning and changing and apparently getting boners during a full thing, everyone, my mother listens to this, everyone tells their own histories. So here is where we actually learn about Ernest's drunken wife and daughter, and also that Eleanor fought a bear and lost, and Jessamine was somehow in the army, and that Royal was beaten to death by a rival boyfriend and not assaulted and left to die in the streets. Since he already knows Corinne's story, she tells a different one about Jules' great-grandmother, who really was a real werewolf.
After the change is complete and the burning stops, well, except for the burning thirst, which is not nearly as bad as the full-body boner burning, so he can handle it if he doesn't think about it, which is shocking to Edith. Edith takes Beau out to hunt, but he requests that they go alone. She thinks he's going to yell at her for ruining his life, but he's actually just worried that Royal will make fun of him for not hunting right.
I mean, understandable.
Edith is astounded at Beau being so Beau and handling the change so well and not being furious at her for killing him. That's just ridiculous. Yeah, it sucks that he can't see Charlie or Renee again, but he can be with Edith and love her for forever, which is all she wants too.
Not long after this, there is a funeral for Beau that he and Edith watch from 100 feet up in the air in a tree 2 miles away.
Literally in the text. That is not me exaggerating.
I know.
It's real.
They staged an accident in Nevada with his truck and the corpse of a random dude missing his teeth and his fingers, and police chief Smoking Hot Billy Burke / Charlie does not question nor does he investigate. Smoking Hot Billy Burke / Charlie and Renee and Phil and Bonnie Black and Jules and Jeremy and Alan and Alan's dad, the Reverend, are all pallbearers. Nearly everyone from school is there. The Cullens and the Hales are there too, except for Edith because, you know, she's too sad and or up a tree. The funeral's pretty sad and everyone is sad, but then Bonnie Black looks Beau's way 2 miles away, 100 feet up in the air in the tree. And
I can't see him.
Is there a wink? Do they do that pointy thing with their eyes?
No.
It's just weird.
Why so specific about being 2 miles away, 100 feet up in the air in a tree?
It's so specific. This is, again, math's not mathing.
No.
Anywho.
Everyone eventually leaves the funeral. And then Beau and Edith talk about how Edith would have liked things to go. She never wanted him to become a vampire, and she would have been content for him to grow old with her by his side, but that would get real weird eventually.
Except, it's disgusting, but you usually do see a smoking hot young woman with an older guy.
That's
not
true.
The other way around.
That's true.
Culturally, it probably would have been more acceptable.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Continue.
Now, though, they have forever, so they might as well get married. Beau asks about a different path where he could have become a vampire, but still remained in everyone's lives, or at least Smoking Hot Billy Burke / Charlie's, and maybe had a love triangle with a wolf, and then they got married and had a baby, and then they had a terrifying fight with the Volturian stuff, but yeah, that would have never worked. Wink.
Oh, silly Beau. Edith gets a phone call that puts an end to that very implausible, ridiculous storyline that's absolutely never going to happen or create a 5-movie franchise, and it's pretty worrisome. They rush back to the Cullen house to find the family in a face-off with 3 horse-sized wolves. Ooh. Uh-oh. Dang.
Horse wolves.
Archie is upset because he couldn't see any of this happening because it seems he can't see past the wolves. I mean, they are pretty big, so you'd have to move to see past them.
You would.
But it's happening. The wolves are the Colette wolves, led by Sam. Unfortunately, this has to be explained to Beau, who should definitely have figured it out, but apparently his human memories have already started to fade that much. It's the boners, man. It's the boner while he was changing. It sucked all of the brain cells out of him.
It did.
Anyway, the wolves think that the Cullens broke the treaty and turned Beau, so he has to explain to them everything that happened, and that he was bitten and left by another vampire to punish the Cullens for previously thwarting her, and the Cullens saved him. The wolves who were sent to run the Cullens out of town don't know what to do, so they request that they tell the story to the true descendant of the original wolf pack, Bonnie Black. But you still can't go fishing.
No, not allowed to fish.
No.
This is going to be tough for Beau, who has only been around vampires for a month and hasn't smelled humans, but a month has passed? Did he not contact Smoking Hot Billy Burke / Charlie or anyone between the baseball game and now? And they're currently pretending that they found his truck with his burned out corpse and its missing teeth and fingers? Was he on a missing persons list?
No. Yeah, you ask too much. That's so implausible.
Anyway, Beau, Edith, and Corinne go to meet Bonnie, Sam, Paula, who carries Bonnie, hopefully like a baby, and another unnamed wolf. Beau tells Bonnie the story of his change, and after first not even thinking that Beau is actually Beau, she finally comes around. The wolves will allow the Cullens to graduate so they don't look like they're skipping town after murdering Beau, but they insist that they must move on after that. The vampires and the wolves agree. Before Bonnie and the wolves leave, Beau asks her to take care of Smoking Hot Billy Burke / Charlie, which she would have done anyway. And also, if she's able to tell Jules that he's a vampire and he's fine. Bonnie agrees that she can tell Jules soon enough, which implies that she will be joining the pack too. But really?
Why?
Will she? Because the whole thing with the wolves turning into wolves is because there were so many vampires around. But now they're being kicked out of town.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. The math ain't mathin'.
It's not. Mm-mm.
After the meeting, Corinne expresses how impressed she is with Beau not eating Bonnie, but he knew he could refrain from doing it because they all believed in him. The power of belief! She heads home to give Beau and Edith some time alone. Edith shares how extraordinary Beau is, and he says he can handle anything as long as they're together. Well, they'll be together forever, and that forever is going to be amazing. Right, I'm going to watch Twilight as a break. We need the break. I'm going to watch Twilight.
Yeah, because it's shorter. It's shorter. Watching the entire movie is shorter than the summary.
Have you ever wondered what Tina Fey has in common with Jonathan Swift?
Or how Star Wars is connected to feudal Japan?
Or just how pervasive Shakespeare's influence still is? I'm Rhonda.
And I'm Erin.
And our show Pop DNA explores the literary and historical roots of your favorite pop culture works.
Like the Greek mythology and early 20th century feminism echoed in the film Wonder Woman.
Or the classic dystopian fiction and real-life political revolutions that informed the Hunger Games.
Every month, we bring you a deep dive discussion of a selected pop culture work,
featuring jokes no one will think are funny, and literary references no one asked for.
Find us at thepopdna.blog.
Or anywhere you get your podcasts.
By the way, Shakespeare is bigger than Disney.
I don't know. I don't know that we're going to have a long discussion because we've already talked about a lot of stuff.
No, that was literally what I was going to say. I think we've kind of got this new style of doing the summaries where we do talk about things as they're going on because, and I like that because it's pertinent to that point, and we're not having to jump back around through the story.
And
so I'm
then,
liking that.
Yes, I appreciate it.
It's a nice friendly banter style.
It is.
I agree. Right. Okay. I need. I hate the names. I'm just going to say I hate the names.
The names are really bad.
I hate them.
There's something that I've been thinking about all day because, like I said, I'm listening to Twilight now that I have finished listening to this one, and it's mentioned.
I love the fact that Twilight's like palate cleanser after that.
It's mentioned everywhere in Twilight that Alice dances. Everywhere she goes, like, oh, she danced across the room. And I can just imagine it being Archie. And he's like, And he's not.
Just starts thrusting as well.
He just thrusts his way across the room.
But he does it in such a way that it's not like, ew.
No.
He's like, dude, what are you doing?
Stop it.
And he's like, I'm doing a rumba.
And everyone's just fine with it.
Yeah.
I feel like people think Archie is less weird than they thought Alice was.
Because Archie's not described as this, like, ethereal pixie, which Alice is, and so you kind of...
I think he's described as a skinhead.
Yeah. Yeah. I still
so
love him, though.
Everyone's probably afraid of him.
Archie's, like, the one character, apart from Smoking Hot Billy Burke / Charlie...
Mm-hmm.
Archie's my favourite, just jumping ahead slightly.
Same. I love Archie, and I really love the scene where he explains to Beau that he has seen their future together and that they're best friends.
Yes, that's positive male interaction.
Yeah, and we get that later on in the series with Alice and Bella, but we only got one book this time. So you gotta shove that in.
You have. There was a lot shoehorned in this.
There was
too much shoehorned in this. There was no reason to talk about the Volturi and give all that lore background. It's not necessary to tell this story because we are not going to get the battles and the tension with them. It's the same as we talked about at the end there with the wolves. There's no reason for those wolves to have been stimulated? There's a lot of stimulation in this book. Oh my god. But there's no reason for the wolves to have come around because there's literally just the Cullens. Okay. Joss. Victor.
Joss.
Victor and Loren, was there for like all of 5 minutes, so that hasn't caused anything.
Yeah, no.
So
I mean, it might be why there's the nameless wolf, because there's Sam and there's Paula, female Sam and Paula, and then another one.
Yeah.
Who is the other one?
Unless that was really Julie.
It could have been. I thought that because there was one scene where the wolf was laughing.
Yeah.
So it could have been. I thought that same thing.
Yeah, but well, we'll never know. Do really need to know. But yeah, I agree. That didn't have to happen. What I also don't understand is why some roles were gender swapped and not others. So there is absolutely no reason why we didn't have Carlisle and Esme.
Yeah.
They could have stayed as is. I'm perfectly fine with, Dr. Carlisle being an all-powerful, beautiful female ethereal doctor. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And Ernest being a stay-at-home dad. But, it could have been Carlisle and it could have been Esme.
Well,
we didn't... If Charlie and Renee and Phil weren't gender-swapped, I don't understand why they were.
But there was a reason for their gender swap. And their gender swap was... It was done because at the time that Beau was born, it would not have made sense for him to be raised by his dad, because that's like not a thing. If the mother is alive and intact and not a shitbag, then typically the child will stay with the mother unless the child has been burgled, but that's a different story.
Well, I get that, but you could have still said
But that's the reason. But that's the reason why that's the reason why she didn't change it. I
acknowledge it, but I also think that you could have changed the circumstances around it. You could have made it a lot more clear that Charlie, as the mum, had to stay in Forks to look after her parents.
Mm-hmm.
That they wanted to make these active changes because Renee, as the dad, had a career opportunity,
mm-hmm.
and decided the educational system's better in Arizona or something like that. It could have been a little bit more...
It could have been that they returned to Forks rather than never having left Forks. So they, mother and baby, had to return to Forks to take care of the ailing parents or something like that. I can get that. I can get with that story.
Exactly. And the reason it hasn't been done is because it takes a few moments of thinking about it.
It does. It does.
And I to my dying breath will say how much I love the Twilight series.
Yes.
But Stephenie Meyer is still not a good writer.
No. This one was infinitely better. But then, as we discussed in multiple other episodes, I mean, it was the second time she wrote it. And then Midnight Sun came along, so third time's a charm. Wow. The writing got, I don't want to say better, but better.
But there's still some very dubious choices.
Yes. Yeah. There are. And I don't care because I still love it. And I still love this one.
Oh, I still do. But you're allowed to love things, but know that and understand that the faults.
You're allowed to love and hate things at the same time.
I genuinely think as well, if you can see the faults, so if you can love and hate it at the same time, you have a better appreciation and it's a healthier relationship with the material.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
If you can't see the faults, you need to ask some serious questions.
Yeah.
But I don't think... I was thinking, do I like Bella or Beau more? Is like overall character.
I found Beau infinitely less annoying than Bella.
Yeah, I can get that. I think that's true. I think there was the scene when he puts, is it Logan or something in the place? That was a redeeming scene.
Yes.
But I also feel like it was Beau's a bit creepier than Bella.
Well,
with the obsessive look.
That's
creepy 100% no matter what.
Right.
But I actually felt because of the gender swap, Beau and his obsessive love with Edith was creepier, because it felt like, we know that if Bella and Edward break up, Bella's going to go into a deep depression.
Right.
She's
going to sit in a chair.
She's going to sit in a chair, 3 months are going to go by, we're going to circle around her. But that's the implausible alternate universe, remember?
Right, exactly.
Right, but in this universe, I felt like Beau would turn into a crazy stalker / murderer, and all of a sudden, Fictional Hangover is a true crime podcast. I
also feel that way. I could see that happening.
It felt... it's an unhealthy obsession in both of them.
Right.
But I actually felt even more, I couldn't understand why Beau fell in love with Edith so soon. Because it's not until he said, I love her, that you're like, then he gets to know her.
Because of her long eyes.
Oh, the bloody long eyes.
And her swiveling hips.
So many questions.
And her breath?
I mean, in Twilight,
I don't want to smell anyone's breath.
Do you have a nice scent breath in Twilight as well? They kiss a lot more, actually, in this. They do. I
feel like Edith is so much more sexual than Edward was.
Oh, completely. In Twilight, they have one very close, very tight-lipped kiss, and that's it.
No, there's more.
Is there?
Yeah, there's one scene specifically that comes to mind, and it's they're getting ready to run and play baseball. And so he's got to spider monkey her again, and she's nervous because she's afraid she's going to throw up. And he, kisses all down her neck and kisses her eyes?
Her long eyes.
No, Bella doesn't have long eyes.
Oh,
her regular
boring
human eyes.
Brown eyes?
Yeah, I think they're brown. And then Beau has blue eyes. But yeah, anyway, Edith is so much more sexual than Edward, which makes me cry out, the boners.
Boing.
Dear God, the boners. Boing.
Yeah.
Boners all the time.
All boners all the time.
All boners all the time.
It's especially awkward when you're busy turning into a vampire.
Right? And you're crammed into the back of the car and your boner is on fire.
And you're crammed into the back of the car with your girlfriend and your soon-to-be best friend / your girlfriend's brother.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Is someone else in the car too? Is someone else driving at this time?
Probably.
Or is Archie driving and also turning around and telling Edith to stop castigating herself and tell the story the right way? Something else about that bothered me, because there's a whole thing in both books, I think, where Archie / Alice can't remember their change, but then Archie's like, no, tell him what happens when he's changing. Tell him what happens. Tell him about the burning, and but can you actually remember that? Because I thought that you couldn't remember that.
Yeah. You don't actually find out as well until Midnight Sun, the Alice James link. Is that right, Mama?
No, it's in this one. But this one was slightly different because I'm pretty sure that Alice doesn't know about it.
Yeah.
But in this one, Archie, they talk about it, and he's like, yeah, I watched the tape. But in the original one, the tape was destroyed. So Alice didn't get to see that storyline, but Archie now knows.
I thought Alice saw Midnight Sun. Why do I think this happened in Midnight Sun?
Maybe they talk about it afterward, but it's not mentioned in Twilight, I guess I should say.
I think I'm going to have to listen to Twilight next, and I'm going to have Midnight Sun in my ears as well.
I know. That's coming next for me.
God,
after.
So much of a commitment.
It really is.
I've got other Fictional Hangover books I need to read.
Well, you know, we could go back and watch our episodes.
I mean, we could do that.
Which is more painful?
I don't know. Do you know what I'm actually tempted that we do now, and I can't believe I'm going to suggest this.
I don't know. I'm scared.
I think we need to do a special episode. Bonus episode, dare I say it. Where we kind of go through the illustrated guide and have a bit of a cackle over Stephenie Meyer's lore.
I would be okay with that. I've got some other Twilight books up here on the shelf. Yeah. I've got the complete film book.
Oh, I used to have that.
Yeah. Yeah, that might be fun.
That might be...
I feel like we can't give up Twilight. What are we going to do?
That might be episode 400, actually.
Oh, write it down, because we're going to forget.
Oh, God, on the 2026 thing.
Look, I'm just going to go ahead and put it on the calendar right now. What else do we need to talk about? Were you surprised by anything? Is that a question we can ask?
I mean, it's difficult, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm surprised we're never going to get Ragnarok.
Oh.
I think is that a loss?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think I was surprised that Edith and Archie both wanted to bite Beau after he was bitten, because they were like, oh, well, it's going to take forever because Joss just bit him on the hand. So they want to, like, speed it up. And at first they're like...
Speed it up.
They're like, okay, well, Corinne, you have to do it. And she's like, no, I took an oath. Like, as a doctor or whatever, you know, she had a personal oath that she's not going to do that. And then Archie and Edith are like, well, we didn't take an oath. But, like, what about the treaty?
There's total disregard for all treaties here.
Like, that's a thing. That's a thing that they all know about.
I don't think they give a shit.
I don't think they do either. Ugh.
Oh, honestly, it's just, I know. It's delightful. It's too long, though.
It's so long.
It shouldn't be longer than the original.
It was so much longer than the original. When I was working on the summary, look, everyone, the summary for Twilight was like 14 pages of summary. And now it's like 16 or 18 pages. It's insane how long it is.
It's crazy. I was listening to because the audio book is a double with with Twilight, like we said, except they're in the wrong order.
They are, and it's weird.
And it's weird. So I couldn't tell exactly how much I had left to go. So I was putting it onto my Storygraph tracker. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, I'm 2 hours in. I've got to be a good chunk. Like 10%. I'm like, what?
Oh.
Anywho, you know what? It's an experience.
Yeah.
It's an experience to revisit every now and again, but you don't need to do it all the time.
No, and see, now everyone can listen to our episode about it or read our summary about it.
Yeah. Go to fictionalhangover.com.
Because they're really good. And this one took me so much longer to do than I thought it would. Because I copied and pasted the original.
We were hoping it would just be a Control F replace.
It was not that. It took forever. But it was worth it.
It was.
For the boners.
For the boners and the boings and the joss.
Joss.
Right, let's move on.
Joss.
Move on.
Favorite final thought quote? Do you have any? Because that's the order that we do things in now. Remember, I copied and pasted this. So it's out of order. Can I tell you that?
Sorry,
because I did the count.
Yes.
Which now I need to go back and look at how many times they said it in Twilight. But I think it was 14. They only said grimace once.
Grimace.
There was only one grimace, and I'm pretty sure it was either 14 or 16 in Twilight. And then murmur was 44, and mutter was 38. Which I didn't do the math. While you're reading your favorite quotes, I am going to do math in the background.
Cool. I may have to
Maybe.
do more depending on how quick.
You might have to do many quotes, or just be very slow.
Oh, no. Right. I'll just do many quotes. It's probably easier. I got told I speak quickly this week, but too quick. Right, I've got to do this one. Her long eyes were careful.
Stop. Her long eyes. What is that?
Makes no sense.
What is it? Hate it. Why are her eyes so long?
It makes no sense. I feel like I need to Google
weird.
it. I'm going to Google what are long eyes.
It's weird.
What
does it mean?
Long eyes is a colloquial term for long-sightedness.
No, that's not right.
You wouldn't say that.
That's not right.
Whatever.
Stop it.
Ugh.
Stop it.
Okay, I'm moving on.
That's worse.
It is. Next quote. So, I have to wonder how you turned that around. Or do you have a genie in a lamp? Did you find some blackmail on her? Or did you trade your soul to the devil or something?
Ugh. Fucking Jeremy. Hey,
Okay,
hold on just a second. Hold on. I'm gonna throw you off. Hold on. There. Okay, continue. I know. I told you.
This one is it me? Or is it the book? That's probably for the best. I must in a hard voice. Keep your expectations low. Okay, here's the one. Because of her father's vocation and her own curiosity, Corinne was unusually educated for a woman in those days.
Gross.
She understood what the man said. I fucking hate it.
She was unusually educated for a woman.
I hate it. I detest it with every fibre of my feminine body.
Oh,
I've been staring forever in the face for a century. And tonight, that makes no sense.
No, what did you say?
That doesn't make any sense. I've been staring forever in the face for a century. That doesn't make sense.
No, it's badly written.
It is. I'll finish the quote though. I've been staring forever in the face for a century, and tonight is the very first time it's looked beautiful to me. Because of you.
So good. So
My face was burning, and I knew I must look like a gorilla on a greyhound. How often has a gorilla been seen on a greyhound?
Oh, it's
You
good.
look. She suddenly dimpled up. Delicious.
No.
What is dimpling
stop.
up?
Why
So you're
is she
saying
dimpling?
I should change? She laughed and shook her head. Ha ha ha. Never change, Beau.
Never
What is
change.
dimpling up?
Never change.
This is
No.
Do you know what? If you've got dreams of being an author, read Stephenie Meyer and know that it's an achievable goal.
Look at Stephenie Meyer and do the opposite.
I freaking love these books. What's wrong? Is he hurt? The voice was closer now, and it sounded strangely fierce. I squeezed my eyes shut, hoping to die, or at the very least, not to throw up.
I love that one.
Followed closely by, dang son!
Oh,
And also, whatever, man!
gross. Stop.
Can I stop now? Have you math?
Yeah, you can stop now. Yeah, you can stop now.
Okay.
I did the math.
I was
did
having my
Stephenie
own
Meyer's
fun while
math.
you were mathing.
It's really good. So the totals.
Total.
For-
Do you want a drum roll?
No. The total for Grimace in the entire series is 78. The total for Mutter is 308. And the total for Murmur is 326.
It's just ridiculous.
It's too much.
Too much.
But I did that for you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you very much for mathing.
Just so you know.
This is math that mathed.
Yeah.
It's nice to have math that mathed at least once in this episode.
Yeah.
Would you like to give yourself some quotes as a reward?
I will give you also a lot of quotes.
Mint.
Sometimes I wondered if I was seeing the same things through my eyes that the rest of the world was seeing through theirs.
Depends if you've got long eyes or not.
Do you have long eyes? Are you seeing the same thing?
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you? I'm going to start asking people that as an insult.
Do you
have long eyes?
Do you have long eyes?
You've got long eyes, don't you?
They were all looking away from each other, away from the rest of the students, away from anything in particular as far as I could tell. It reminded me of models posed oh so artistically for an ad. Aesthetic ennui.
I want some aesthetic ennui.
Me too.
How do I have that? You know what? There's been some very dodgy clothing choices made in this book. Mm-hmm. Looking at you, button-down sleeveless shirt. Lack of
sleeveless,
thereof.
unbuttoned, button-down shirt.
Yes. But I want aesthetic ennui.
Yes, I do want aesthetic ennui as well. So, this small girl was stronger than I was. A lot. But I was willing to bet she was stronger than everyone else I knew. Kids and adults alike. But then, she could take Schwarzenegger in his prime.
Oh, we know why you picked that one.
Arnold Schwarzenegger!
Whoop! You know when they go, they mention the title. We're like, they mentioned Schwarzenegger! Every single time. Even if it makes no sense to put it in the summary, we will ensure that if Schwarzenegger is mentioned, it is in there.
Definitely. It is mentioned in the episode for sure. Every time.
Delicious. Love it. Keep going.
It warms my cold heart to see you learning so quickly. My heart too. My cold dead heart. I blurted it all out in a rush, and this is where the boners come in. I blurted it all out in a rush. So I'm just an ordinary human guy, and you're the most beautiful girl I've ever seen, and I'm just overwhelmed by you. And a part of that, naturally, is I'm insanely attracted to you, which I'm sure you can't have helped but notice, what with your being, like, super aware of my circulatory system. But what I don't know is if it's like that for you. You're super aware of my circulatory system, aka you can hear my boners.
Boing.
Boing. Okay, finally. And I have to mention this one because this month is Teeth Month.
Yay!
And there's a good teeth quote. And then her smile. This is Joss's smile.
Stop it.
By the way.
Stop it.
Her smile got wider and wider and wider till her mouth was just a gash of teeth.
That's actually really good. That sounds like it should be a Queen of Teeth.
Yeah, it does.
A gash of teeth.
Gash. A crevasse of teeth.
A crevasse of teeth.
Teeth crevasse.
Oh.
Can we play Would You Rather now?
Yeah. Okay, oh, it's Twilight Would You Rather, so we don't pew-pew. We... Boing. We asked on social media, would you rather have Bella and Edward or Beau and Edith's story? On Facebook, on our page, it was 100% for Bella and Edward. In the book club, it was 60% Bella and Edward, and Instagram was 50-50. I think there's some misclicks there.
It's gotta be.
We've got a couple of quotes. Drew, super fan of Twilight, on Facebook said, "This was a hard choice for me because I love both of them, but we wouldn't have Ragnarok without the OG pair."
That's true. Annie on Facebook says, "Bella makes me crazy, so I'm going to go with the other choice, just for that reason."
You see, I think Annie would really get into it because it's just one and done. She doesn't have to read anymore.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Coldplay Games on Instagram says, "Okay, so I have no knowledge of one of them, and I wish I didn't know about the other. So how about we just say Edward the Creep and Bella and leave it at that? Perverts." I don't know if the perverts is directed at us or
it probably
directed at
is.
the Twilight Games.
It's probably us. We did talk about boners a lot.
Well, he doesn't know that yet.
It's true.
It's true.
Coral Reef Book Reads on Instagram says, "Stop! Don't make me choose, Mr. Sparkle." Is that "don't make me choose him"? Don't make me choose Mr. Sparkle.
I don't know.
Don't make me choose Edward.
Way.
Don't make me choose Edward.
It could go either way.
I love it.
Glam Jen on Instagram said, "Edward and Bella, I'm sticking with the classics. I would like to point out this entire episode's killed me. I've got pulled muscles, a sore throat, I can't breathe. I'm loving it.
Worth it. Worth it.
It's like, for the giggles alone, it's worth it."
I was actively crying earlier when we were talking, so...
I had to go on mute because I thought my side was literally going to pull and I was going to pass out.
That would have been horrible.
It would have been, but we're laughing about it, so it's fine. Move on.
Which do you choose? You got to answer the question.
Bella and Edward, because I just can't with so much of life and death. And the boners alone. The boners is why I'm picking Beau. No! And Joss.
Joss.
But you have to put it with Royal then.
Fucking Royal and his man bun?
Yes.
And why, Beau, did you describe his man bun? Ernest. Ernest spelled like the word and not the name.
Est. Very distinct syllables. Ernest. Est.
Joss. Royal. Eleanor. I have to give it the Eleanor. Not Eleanor. We can't say it that way. Eleanor. Jessamine.
Beaufort. Frickin'
No, Beau. Beaufort. Because his name's Beau. His name's not Beau.
It's all Beau. Bollocks.
I wish his name was Beau.
I don't fucking care at this point.
I wish his name was Beau so bad.
I give it 0 shit. It's
horrible. The names are all horrible.
Apparently, and it's in the Illustrated Guide, I can't remember, I have to check. In the original Twilight, Rosalie was going to be called Coral. Or Karen.
I don't see her as a Coral or a Karen. Rosalie is a very good name for Rosalie.
Rosalie is a girl out for rip-roaring revenge.
Yes.
Anywho.
Royal is a douchebag who got beat up by an ex-boyfriend. And I choose to read it that way, that he got beat up by his ex-boyfriend.
Yes.
It's not what happened. But I choose Beau. I choose Beau and Edith. One, because it's always nice to like a female vampire. And she's got brown hair. I could be Edith. I can't be Edward.
But you
I
could, though.
Be Edith.
I could do it. You would, again, look deliciously handsome.
Yeah.
Make people question things about themselves.
That's true. I could, but I also liked that the story ended.
To be fair, though, if I was Bella, I'd be like... No, I would be like, just, no, go away, Edward. Go away. Go away. Or just ram your arm onto his face and go, just give us some of the venom, man. Lick his eyeball, because his eyeball's got venom all over it.
Yeah. Yeah. But, like, that's what Bella wanted? She wanted to become a vampire, and they were like, no, we're not letting you choose this.
True. I think I just want the 5-movie franchise. I want to make some... If I'm going to do it, I'm going to make some money out of it.
That's true. Okay. Yeah, I get it. And this Would You Rather's a little weird this time, I think, I'm afraid, because most of it is just back and forth between the two books. But who would you rather have in your Cullen family? If you could pick from anyone from the original and anyone from this one, who would you choose? Who would you rather have?
I mean, I want Alice and Archie. And I'm going to put them in a relationship together, and I don't care if it's incestuous, because it's more masturbatory, because it's the same person.
Right, it's the same person. So it's fine.
I'm going to take... Okay, so...
No kink shaming. It's fine.
No kink shaming, it's fine. I'm going to take Rosalie over Royal.
Okay.
And Emmett over Eleanor.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Corinne and Carlisle. They're going to have... They again, don't care if it's incestuous / masturbatory.
Uh-huh.
It's happening. And Jasper. I'm going to have a throuple with Archie, Jasper, and Alice.
I think that's fine. I feel like you have to choose Jasper just for Jackson Rathbone.
Yes, he is the king of the ratties.
Yeah. If you don't choose him, you're wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, I have to choose Jasper. Also, we didn't talk about this at all, but how is Jessamine involved in the army? Because that's not allowed at her time period.
The only thing I could work out is that, it's like in Gettysburg, where they used to just co-opt the family, the women folk, into being the nurses and stuff.
She was a nurse. She was an army nurse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jasper, and I really like Emmett instead of Eleanor.
Yeah. Need the bag of boiled eggs.
You gotta have your bag of boiled eggs.
You gotta have the gorilla man.
Oh, my monkey man. And Archie. And fuck it, why not? Royal. I'm just gonna have a whole slew of brothers. But then I'll pick Edith. I'll pick Edith over Edward.
Oh, she's gonna dominate that. You know, if there's one girl and a bunch of boys,
yeah,
the girls are always the ones in charge.
Yeah. And
what about the parent?
I think I'm gonna stick with Carlisle and Esme. I'm gonna stick with them, and then everyone else is boys, except for Edith. I don't know. I feel like if there were boys and the 5-movie franchise happened, Rosalie wouldn't have such a bad wig. And that's the only reason why I'm choosing Royal. Is on account of the wigs.
It's the man bun, though. It's the man bun.
I'm fine with a man bun.
Oh, well. No.
My husband has a ponytail. I'm fine with a man bun.
No, not a man bun. There's somebody at work who is half his head is shaved, right?
Uh-huh.
And then he has the really, really long hair at the top.
No.
And he greases it all down.
No.
And has the tightest man bun at his crown.
No.
And I can't stop staring.
Stop it. That's bad.
That's what I pictured.
No.
That's Royal's man bun in my head.
He's handsome. He would not have that kind of man bun.
There's too many dubious, questionable aesthetic choices being made in this book. That is what's happened.
He's got a top knot. He's got a top knot man bun.
Yes.
Because in my head, it was a lower down man bun.
No.
But you're giving him a top knot. I'm still choosing Royal over Rosalie.
That's fine. I mean, you're allowed to... You do you. I'm not
Thank
shaming.
You. Yes.
Next question. Would you rather go shopping and out to eat for Italian? Or would you rather go to the video game store at the movies?
I'm obviously going to the video game store in the movies.
Yes.
I have to. But I would also eat. I would.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go shopping. I don't want to go shopping for dresses or corsages. I don't want to do either of those.
If it's book shopping, I'll do book shopping.
Would you go to the hippie bookstore? With the crystals?
Yeah.
I would do.
Because I'm not a judgy motherfucker? Jesus.
I would do, for real.
I would be looking at the dream catchers and the crystals and stuff and saying, oh, they're pretty.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so same time frame here. Would you rather face the drunken, rapey dude bros or the angry drug dealers?
Angry drug dealers.
Because they think that you're a cop?
Because I think I'm a cop. Oh, thanks. I mean, I'm only 17. I'm only 17 and a rookie cop. Thanks. Can I put you on a reference? Can I put you down as a reference?
Yeah, I don't want to be surrounded by drunken, rapey dude bros.
No.
Mm-mm.
No, the angry drug dealers seem like... You never know, they might actually be high and incompetent.
Yeah, and like, I would almost be like, no, I'm not witnessing you dealing drugs. I'm here to buy some?
Do you have the weed? I've heard that the marijuana is good in this area.
Do you have that?
I'm baking brownies. I need the secret ingredient.
Yeah. But actually, if we're being realistic,
we're baking cookies, I know.
We're making cookies, not brownies. No, we'd probably be buying heroin if we're in the Pacific Northwest.
Edith/Edward is our own brand of heroin.
That's true. That's very true. But, I mean, that's probably...
Hello, angry drug dealers. Have you heard about my drug? It's called Vampire.
Oh. I would probably do that, though, if I was going to get out of that situation. I'd be like, no, I look at me. I'm awkward. I'm awkward as fuck, and I just want to buy some drugs, and I don't know how. Help me, drug dealers.
Teach me, drug dealers. I want to get in on this. Do you need a mule?
I don't know. Help me.
I'm looking to make some career changes.
I would like
high
to
school
traffic
is not
drugs.
working out. Can I get into the drug trafficking to make the money?
Yeah.
So I can get out of the Pacific Northwest and go somewhere sunny.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it would all play out. Is our last question?
Sorry, what? Is this the last one?
Is this the last one? We only have one more? I think we only have one more.
I've lost count.
I think this is the last one. I think it's your turn.
I'm going to ask the one I've just added.
I think that's probably for the best.
Would you rather have long eyes or a throbbing circulatory system? Boink. If you do that, though, you've got long eyes. Boink.
Well, it depends on how long your eyes are.
It's very Jasper. Boing.
Are they long? Are they long this way?
We'll never know. We'll never know.
That reminds me, though, I've started watching Welcome to Derry, and there's long eyes. I need you to look into that. I need you to look into the long eyes in Welcome to Derry. And that's how I imagine the long eyes, and thus I will choose throbbing circulatory system.
Well, I'm going to choose throbbing circulatory system as well. Because I don't know what you're talking about. But either way,
you got to look it up. You always Google everything. You got to do it.
Do you want me to do it right now?
You always do.
Welcome to Derry Long Eyes.
I hope it actually works.
Ah, that's monkey.
So it worked. So you got to see the long eyes. And then, spoiler alert, she cuts him off with a saw.
Ew. That's not sanitary.
No. So I don't choose that.
You know,
I don't choose that.
I don't think eye drops are going to help that situation.
I don't choose that.
No, I don't choose that at all.
Throbbing circulatory system. And you know what? I kind of already have that. I mean, that's why I have migraines.
Oh, well, there you go.
Because they throb right here.
Right in the brain.
And it's not a throbbing boner.
It's not. And, you know, at the end of the day, if you're having a throbbing circulatory system, if you hear anything that's untoward, at least you've got, you know, your own medical checker. Like, oh, let's best get you to the hospital.
Yeah.
And I'm a girl. So it's like I don't have anything that rises to attention to give it away.
Yeah, so it's fine. So obviously we have throbbing circulatory system.
Yeah. I'm not having those long eyes. That's gross.
No, and that's just what I think of now. Either that or like violently racist, like.
No. See, I was thinking like, you know, Harryhausen, the stop motion kind of thing. And, you know, you see the skeleton, I can't remember what it's off, where the skeleton opens his mouth and goes, ugh, and its eyes stick out. I can't remember what that is. Yeah. But it's like that kind of eye, Harryhausen's kind of eyes come out on long stalks.
Oh, yeah.
That was what was in my head.
Yeah.
But now, thanks, I've got that Welcome to Derry monstrosity.
Also, because you said long stalks earlier, it makes me think of the Buffy book, and the eyeballs on stalks. One Girl in All the World, we just read that, and I also think of that.
Yeah. Again, that was the Harryhausen thing. Okay, I'm not agreeing with that. Yeah, cool. Should we move on?
Yeah, I think we should. Move on. But we don't have much left. It's fine. We're wrapping it up.
It's all good.
Yeah. All right. If you liked this, try this.
I'm going to suggest it's not a fiction book. It's Why We Love and Hate Twilight by Sarah Elizabeth Gallagher.
I need to get it.
If you follow her videos, they're very funny, especially when she clinks the crockery together when Bella and Edward are having the sex.
Like when I was clicking the rocks.
Yep.
I still have them here, by the way.
I believe that you do. So I'm going to give you the blurb. Everything you ever wanted to know about Twilight and more. In the early 2000s, Stephenie Meyer's world of sparkling vampires and supernatural love was the literary and cinematic phenomenon that captivated and divided a generation. But what is it about the saga that continues to inspire both passionate fanaticism and scathing critique almost 2 decades after its release? In this book, Twilight superfan Sarah Elizabeth Gallagher unpacks the obsession with the series that further redefined young adult literature and pop culture. Why We Love and Hate Twilight examines the global sensation through a fresh, thought-provoking lens, exploring why it continues to ignite adoration and annoyance alike. Whether it's fascinated by Bella Swan's journey, mesmerised by Edward Cullen's allure, or just curious about the frenzy that surrounded every box office release, Sarah Elizabeth Gallagher dives deep, offering insights for every kind of reader. It's very funny.
I need to get that. I don't have that.
Oh, go for it.
I need to get it.
What are you recommending?
I am going to recommend something that I went on a search for. I went looking for books that have a normal human dude and a powerful female supernatural person.
Nice.
And I found Succubus Blues by Rochelle Mead.
I think I have read that.
Well, here's the description. When it comes to jobs in hell, being a succubus seems pretty glamorous. A girl can be anything she wants. The wardrobe is killer, and mortal men will do anything just for a touch. Granted, they often pay with their souls, but why get technical? But Seattle succubus Georgina Kincaid's life is far less exotic. At least there's her day job at a local bookstore. Hey, yay! Free books! All the white chocolate mochas she can drink, and easy access to best-selling sexy writer Seth Mortensen, aka he whom she would give anything to touch but can't. But dreaming about Seth will have to wait. Something wicked is at work in Seattle's demon underground, and for once, all of her hot charms and drop-dead one-liners won't help, because Georgina's about to discover there are some creatures out there that both heaven and hell want to deny.
I'm looking at the cover, and I'm sure I've read it.
Yeah? It's a crying a blood tear vampire? Yeah.
It's an oldie.
Is that what? Yeah.
Oh, it's a different cover.
No, that's different. No, that's different. I said something else. That was the wrong.
It's 2007, so I would have been eating this up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've read it. I can't remember though. It's a long time. I've slept several times.
I mean,
since
it's
then.
Rochelle Mead, so we'd probably like it.
I do enjoy Rochelle Mead.
Yeah.
Cool. Anywho, is there can't be new in the spotlight that's even tenuous to this? I can only imagine you've gone somewhere offbeat with it.
You know what? I have not.
No.
No.
Oh, colour me surprised. Boing.
I know. Boing. The new and indie spotlight that I'm sharing this time, we shared the first one in some other Twilight episode. Hell, it might have been the Twilight episode. I am sharing the second Vamps book by Nicole
We've covered the first one as well.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Vamps Dark Horizon.
No.
Depending on where you look, on which copy on Goodreads, it's either just come out or it's being published in July of 2026. And that's the copy that I have purchased for my library. So I don't know if it was published somewhere else first and then picked up again. I don't know. But anyway, Vamps Dark Horizon. Here's the summary. In a world where vampire loyalties run deep, a young vampire's bloodline makes him a target, and his heart the greatest prize. Outed as the son of an influential vampire, spoiler alert, Dylan's no longer the only one in danger. As rebels plan the downfall of his powerful mother, threatening the stability of the vampire world, everything that Vamps stands for faces jeopardy. With the Academy's second-year students returning, tensions escalate and vampire loyalties are tested. Sent into the perilous Carpathian Mountains to train with the Vampire Secret Service, Dylan is forced to trust his classmates if he's to survive with his blood intact. Only when he is confronted with tragedy does Dylan learn that he must embrace both sides of his nature, the darkness and light, or risk losing everything precious to him.
It's available to buy. I can have it in 2 days if I so desired.
But I don't know if it's right.
It is. It's exactly that. I've just literally followed the synopsis you've read. It's the same one. That's mine.
Okay.
Mine's showing, I mean, it could just be different publishers, that's the thing, but showing it was published in October 2025.
October, yes. Like October 5th or something. So it's either already come out or it's coming out.
It might be changing covers or something.
Small publishing house and then a larger
Simon
release.
Schuster?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with it, but
it could be just a cover re-release or like a double thing. I don't know.
I don't know.
But yeah, it is. If you're in the UK, you can get it.
I mean, maybe that's it. Maybe it's UK versus US.
Yeah, it's happened before.
It has happened before. So maybe that's it.
I don't know. We're going to have to go back to the world of vamps.
We are going to have to.
Oh, okay. Stick it on the schedule for next year.
Yeah.
I'm not writing it down.
I'll pull up the calendar. It's fine. Oh my god. Okay. That's it for this episode of Fictional Hangover. How many hours later was it?
It's only 2 hours, 17 minutes if we don't edit anything.
Only 2 hours. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Claire.
Join us next time as we discuss something vastly different. Pocket Peaches 3. Game On by Dora Wang. Look out for our Would You Rather polls on social media. Don't forget about our book club and monthly challenges on Facebook. Be sure to visit our shop on Redbubble at fictionalhangover.redbubble.com for all your favorite Fictional Hangover themed merchandise, and become a patron of ours on Patreon at patreon.com/fictionalhangover. Until next time, remember, the only cure for a fictional hangover is another book. Boing!
Wow.
Very good. It's very good.
Wow.
So good.
You can find us at fictionalhangover.com and follow us on all social media at Fictional Hangover. If you like this episode, check out our others and be sure to rate, review and subscribe so you don't miss out. Thanks for listening.